They're able to tap into the symphony without even being aware of it. Welcome to Eva Live, the live media commentary show that answers the question, are songs and sorceress rituals the same thing? Subscribe if you're new to the channel because today we are continuing our In Nomine series with this episode, Sorcerers. Sorcery is a touchy subject for Celestials, as they're not quite sure how mortals are able to make the universe do what they want. Before the fall, God even forbade the teaching of songs or attunements to humans. However, it is inevitable that any exposure to Celestials will create a desire in mortals to replicate the fantastic power they exercise. Whether humans were exposed to celestial power directly, or whether there was some form of commerce between ethereal spirits which angels couldn't prevent, or if humans invented sorcery themselves, seems to be less relevant. What is relevant to angels, however, is that while sorcery is not inherently diabolical, practicing sorcery puts one at odds with the divine. Sorcerers are mysterious and inscrutable. Their powers rarely work in a blatant fashion, and they don't dare use their abilities openly, fearing both public exposure and celestial intervention. They're a secretive lot who are known more by rumor than by fact. Sorcerers contribute to their own aura of mystery, and diabolicals help them, spreading rumors and disinformation to confuse both humans and other celestials. Most sorcerers rarely do more than scratch the surface of the art. Sorcerers are symphonically aware, but largely ignorant of the true symphony, and rarely do they know anything about the war. They hear disturbance as the clashing of otherworldly powers, a maddening cacophony. Some summon demons and ethereal spirits, but create their own nomenclature for these beings. Heaven and hell don't fit in a sorcerer's worldview, except as abstractions, and most know little about real angels or demons. Whatever role sorcerers imagine for themselves, however, they are more often than not pawns in the war, usually playing on the black side of the board. This also means many sorcerers even know songs, even if they don't know the difference between sorcery and songs. Sorcery and enchantment are two separate domains, but with considerable overlap. Not all sorcerers are enchanters, and not all enchanters are sorcerers, but most human practitioners are both. Thus, a pure alchemist or necromancer might not technically be a sorcerer. Just like songs, sorcery appears to be magic, but also like songs, sorcery is not magic. Rather, it is a laborious, ego-driven method of playing symphonic chords. Yes, this is similar to what songs do, but it is different. Even some Celestials believe that sorcery is simply an indirect method of performing songs. The song must be buried beneath layers of arcane abstraction, extraneous ceremony, and distorted perceptions of the symphony. And sorcery is far less efficient than playing songs, so perhaps there is some truth to that assumption. However, sorcery can only mimic effects of ethereal and celestial songs, and in some cases, sorcery can achieve things that no song can even achieve, and no celestial likes that idea. So, what is sorcery? Well, the few sorcerers who know about the symphony theorize that sorcery is drawn directly from human will. Just like humans can create tethers and strengthen and weaken words through their collective conscience, some individuals can have a direct impact through their strong will on the symphony. Only humans can be sorcerers, and only humans with 6 forces at that. In extremely rare cases, soldiers may be sorcerers. Even undead, as they were once mortal, are able to be sorcerers. There are 2 ways to become a sorcerer. One is to be initiated, the other is to sell your soul to hell. Initiates usually wind up in hell anyway, they just sell their souls in installments. They must be symphonically aware and have a minimum will of 6. They must know the sorcery attunement and 1 or more sorceress skills in order to perform any rituals. Anyone can learn sorceress skills, even if they can never be a sorcerer, though there's no practical use for knowing them unless you can perform rituals. They're all based on will, and they have no default like other skills. At the heart of being a sorcerer is the performance of rituals. This is the sorcerer's power, and they can be very powerful. There may be endless sorceress traditions and names for the rituals, but they all fill the same basic role, allowing the sorcerer to exert their will on the universe. A sorcerer most often learns a ritual from another sorcerer, an ethereal spirit, or a demon, though some may discover them through long and arduous self-study. Even non-sorcerers may learn them, some with the promise of discovering how to use them, some for esoteric knowledge, and others who want to use them but will never be able to. It is the performance of the ritual that separates it from songs, other than its effects. Rituals may take from minutes to hours in order to successfully perform them, and their effects vary from the basic sorceress skills of banishment, command, exorcism, focus, and summon. Sorcery is selfishness made manifest. A sorcerer does not have to be evil, but every sorcerer must believe in the core of his being that he is entitled to impose his will on the universe and must make it serve his own ends. There are no humble, selfless sorcerers. Still, a few sorcerers have acted selflessly enough to escape damnation. Then there are the really rare sorcerers, so-called white sorcerers, who actively work for heaven. A white sorcerer must fight a constant battle against his own selfish impulses and avoid the ever-present lure of greater knowledge and power in exchange for just a few diabolical favors. Furthermore, if he's cooperating with angels, he needs to keep quiet about it. Servitors of Kronos and Asmodeus will quickly send a hit team if they find out about a white sorcerer, and Dominic isn't much more tolerant. So, whether you're playing sorcerers as characters, villains, or tangential non-playing characters, they are undeniably part of what makes the In Nomine universe interesting and relatable. I highly recommend using them in your campaigns. Thank you for watching today's In Nomine episode. Subscribe and ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to click the like button and comment to let others learn about this award-winning role-playing game and this channel. And as always, remember that evil spelled backwards is live, so get out there and be evil.